Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Ken and I'm on a journey to lose as much weight as I possibly can so I can become a fat guy no more. Well, another week down, and what a great week it was. I loved this past week. It was amazing. No, I couldn't get back up on my treadmill. Yes, my feet are still hurting. I probably didn't eat as much as I should have, but it was still a great week overall. I mean, it really was. I got some exciting news to share from my visit to the prosthetics doctor, about my braces. I'm very excited about that. But first, before I do that, I want to say a big heartfelt thank you. Thank you. A big thank you to all you new subscribers out there. Of course, everybody that's been with me, but all of those new ones that have been coming on board, helping me get to that magical 1,000 subscriber mark. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So this past Tuesday, I went in to Hanger Prosthetics here in Oklahoma City to get the cast made for my new braces that I've been desperately needing. Not to beat a dead horse, but if you've been watching my videos, you've definitely heard me talk about the pain that I've been having in both feet, but especially my left foot and ankle due to having lost almost 230 pounds. And those braces just not giving me the support that I need anymore. Again, I say it's a weird thing to think that it can affect your feet that much. But when my foot was, my leg and everything was about like this big when that was made. And now it's shrunk even a little bit. It adds that extra room in there. So currently, as I sit here right now, I have one sock, a big boot sock on. I have an ACE bandage wrapped around that ankle and the foot. And then I have a smaller, thinner sock over the top of that, and it's still loose in there. But at least that ACE bandage gives me slightly a little more support. It still hurts with every single step I make. So looking forward to getting the new braces, and I finally got the cast made for those. Yeah, check it out right there. Yeah, that's a great process. If you've ever had a cast made, it's kind of wicked as they wrap those things around you. But then when they go to cut them off, it's a little trippy when they bring that saw up to you, right? Though I was shown that you can actually take that saw blade and go straight against your hand and it won't cut you, but it'll cut the plaster. That's kind of weird to me, but kind of cool too. So as you can see from this mark right here, that's about as high as it's going to be, which is roughly 5 to 6 inches shorter than the one that I'm currently wearing. That also means, as I showed you in my last video, or maybe it was the one before that, where I've got those Velcro straps. Those will be gone when I pick up these new ones. Unfortunately, I won't be able to pick up the new ones until around the 16th of August. So I've still got a little ways to go, but I am very excited. And as I said before, I am hopeful. I just really hope that they actually work for me like they're supposed to. I'm just thankful that the doc believed that they should, and so did the technician at Hanger Prosthetics, who said that there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to get it to work for me now. I was excited to find out too that even though these things aren't cheap, they are about half the cost of the other two that I've been wearing for all these years. Of course, I've had multiples made through the years, but they're not cheap, but it was much better pricing than before. So I guess you would call that a non-scale victory, I suppose. Very excited about that. Then again, with everything, as the prices come down for me with clothes or that I can actually wear things, I get excited. Like this. This is my brand new shirt. Shout out to Justin over at Random Land. If you don't watch any of his videos, go check him out. I especially love his Route 66 stuff, obviously, right? I was finally able to fit into a shirt of his. It's a 4X. But when I started my journey, just as a reminder, I was wearing a 10X t-shirt. This is a 4X, and as you can see, it's kind of loose. I love it. Absolutely love it. To me, that's a major non-scale victory. So back to the braces for a moment. Couple things that I'm thinking about that I'm really getting excited about is just one, the ease, how much easier it's going to be to put them on and take them off every day. Maybe even get a smaller shoe maybe. We'll have to see. I had to go up a couple sizes because of how big these braces were. So that would be nice. Hopefully that would mean cheaper shoes, more comfortable shoes maybe. And another thing I'm thinking about is buying a bike. Yeah, not one of those motorcycles, though I'd love to have one of those trikes. Have you seen that with the 3 wheels, right? That would be fun. But no, I'm thinking about buying a regular bike. So I haven't decided if I want to get like a regular bike that I can take for rides like down by the lake, wherever else, maybe around our neighborhood, or if I want to get a stationary bike, one that I could use here at the house, and I'd probably use more often, honestly, because of the weather. It gets way too freaking hot outside to be on a bike at times, so I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of leaning towards a stationary bike for now, and then maybe next spring getting a regular bike. But either way, it has been years since I've been up on a bike, partially because of my weight, but also because of how big these braces are. They would keep hitting the gears, you know, the whatever, and it would just cause problems, and I just couldn't ride bike anymore, and I used to love riding a bike. So I'm hoping that this will work out for me, and I'll be able to do that again, get back to something that I absolutely love. And what a non-scale victory that would be. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. As always, I got my phone here with me so I can look at it, but it looks like I had a grand total of 1,277 calories this past week. Yeah, that is much better, much better than the past couple weeks. If you remember, I think I was at like 975 and then 1,100 and something last week. So I'm definitely getting up there. I'd still like to get that up just a little bit. My target is at least 1,300, but I was much closer to it this time for sure. And then looking at the rest of my numbers, I came in with 93 grams of protein. Yeah, that is quite the jump up from the past 2 weeks. Much higher than it was. Somewhere around the 50s mark, 51, 54, something like that. So 93 is much better, even though I target 75. I would much rather be a little high than low, because we saw what the low did to me. My fiber was still lacking, came in at 31, but it's definitely up from where it was, but I still need to get that up. I want to be at least 40 grams a day. My sodium came in at 1,002 milligrams per day. I'd like to get that up just a slight bit more, but I'm not too disappointed with that. And my potassium shows 5,114 milligrams. I did get a message from my doctor this week that she wants me to up my potassium just a little bit, as well as upping my my intake of water. So we're going to go from 65 ounces of water a day up to around 75 to 80 to start. We'll see how that does. We can adjust as we go from there. So when I've been on track and doing right, I've been averaging about 4,500 milligrams of potassium. That's been up a little ways from where I was. But now that she wants me to go even a little higher based on my blood work, I'm going to go ahead and bump that up to around the 5,000 mark. So I was pretty good this week at 51.14. And we'll see how it goes going forward. Again, I've come up with my own electrolyte mix to use that I make at home. If you haven't seen that video yet, I will link it at the end of this one. But I absolutely love this stuff. This one's got a little bit of the water enhancer in it, strawberry pineapple. Oh my gosh, it is currently my favorite. I used to be like just a straight fruit punch guy. But this is amazing. I like to use the orange as well and the strawberry watermelon, but this one by far takes the top prize because it is amazing, especially with that stuff mixed in. I try to have at least 2 of those a day, depending upon what my numbers are looking like. It's going to be pretty easy to keep my potassium level up around that 5,000 mark going forward, thanks to my own mix. So if you're interested in that video, again, I'll link it at the end. It's a great video to show you how to make your own. That's tailored to you specifically. Check it out. All right, so with all that said, what did that do for me on the scale? Well, yeah, I actually went down 3 pounds. 3 pounds. Yeah, it's great to be back on track. That puts me now at 367 pounds. That's a total loss of 228 pounds, 193 pounds with Mounjaro. And on my wife's countdown to pipe dream milestone weight, that puts me 92 pounds away now. Yeah, that is my lowest weight yet so far. I'm excited about that. Granted, I had went up 2 pounds last week, but then I dropped those 2 plus another 1. I still feel like I've got a ways to go with how I'm feeling. It feels like there's some fluid on me, but I don't know. I'm feeling all right with it. As long as it's dropping, I'm doing okay. I don't like those weeks where I go up. Last week it was very tough for me to sit right here and admit to y'all that I gained. The only saving grace in that is that I knew it wasn't from eating too much. It was just simply from not eating enough. And I knew how to correct it. And this week I showed that I was able to do that as I went down 3 pounds, putting myself at a weight of 367 pounds. Again, a total loss of 228 pounds so far on my journey. So I'm really excited to see what happens this next week. Will I up my potassium levels? I'm expecting a little bit more energy boost out of it, honestly, and just smooth going. So it shouldn't be that hard for me to keep them up there. Like I said, right around that 5,000 mark with using my electrolyte drink. Plus, pretty much everything I eat's got potassium in it. You know, spinach has got a lot. Avocados have a lot. I mean, most vegetables. Have you seen how many are in a tomato? Man, I love tomatoes. Absolutely love tomatoes. So a good lunch for me is a sliced tomato with some cucumber. And I like to sprinkle on a little bit of potassium chloride, just a little bit on there because it gives you a little bit of a salty flavor. Man, that's a good lunch to me. Recently I've had like great white northern beans. I put them in the Instant Pot with some diced onion, a little bit of jalapeno, cook them up, eat them a cup or 2 at a time. Tons of fiber, protein, and a bunch of potassium. So it's not hard to get these things that you need. So don't really need to bring in a whole lot via supplementation, but enough to make sure that I'm hitting my target. So shouldn't be that hard next week. Like I said, looking forward to it. So, hey, you know, I'm just rambling, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. Again, I appreciate you coming along, watching this, rooting me on. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Help me get to that magical number of 1,000 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow me on my journey to become a fat guy no more, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video.